Hey everybody, it is Rebecca from Lyric and Letter. I thought that I would show you the brand new ESV Journaling Spiral Bible that is newly available from Crossway. And as you can see, these Bibles are actually in 5 separate sections. So you have actually the Pentateuch, history, poetry, prophets, and then the New Testament. So you see the majority of the book of the Bible is in the Old Testament. So let's go back here and put these back in order so you can kind of see. And then I'll show you the paper quality, especially in the time comparison, or especially in the size comparison. So for those of you who know, the Inspire Illustrated Bible actually looks quite small in comparison, but I'm going to show you how well designed this is in comparison to this. Now, of course, this is the NLT, and this is really made for those people who are quite artistic. So you can see there is a bunch of drawing, and I do like this is the 2-column, and it normally has space in the middle to be able to draw or actually to write notes. But that's, you don't get a really consistent way to be able to do notes. So as you can see, this is, I think, 8.5 or 9 font, maybe 10, I'm not sure, but it's a much smaller font and it's single spaced. So this is great if you're going to do some artistic and you're like meditating on or praying on the Word of God. Now bring that over, and this is 6 pounds. So, and very bulky. It's really not realistic to just carry this around. And that's why I keep it over here for my coloring section, and it's a nice little place for me to meditate on in the morning. Now, let's go over this specific one and why I got it, why I feel that it's worth $100. $140 if you buy this on Crossway directly, or $149 if you buy it in. This was my fault for bending this. Didn't come like this. I accidentally set a book on top of it. So as you can see, for someone who is doing this inductively, this is double spaced, very clear font. The paper is not as thick as the paper that you find in the journaling or the Inspire, but it is it's more of a notebook type journal feel. So you could see there's plenty of margin for notes. So this is a good, I'd say 2 to 2.5, maybe 3 inches. I'd have to get my ruler out. In fact, let's get a ruler so we can actually see how much enlarged the margin is. So it's a good 3.5 inch margin for you to be able to write on. And so not only is this great for inductive, for you to be able to have double space and do all of your markings, but you have a good place for notes. So this is actually made for deep dive studying. I love the ESV version. It is one of my favorite versions. I have the study Bible behind me. So this is one of my favorite study Bibles right here. So definitely in line with that. So definitely looking forward to diving in. I do love how I wished in some of the inductives they have 1 verse per line, but you don't get that here, and that's okay. Now, if I was going to do the typeset in comparison to the large ESV, you can see a huge difference between the two. So this is very readable too, but it's also single space, much larger, and able to be seen very easily. So a little bit more difficult to read, a little bit easier to read on the eyes. So for these old failing eyes that I have 3.25 readers, this is a much better choice for me. Now, the only thing that this does not have and is really not made for is you're not going to see any cross references. So that's where your companion Bibles. However, there is a wonderful ESV app that you can download, that you can do some of your study from, and you can actually get into a lot of the information from the study Bible I just showed you on my shelf. So, yeah, I'm really happy, loving the sturdiness of this. The only thing is you could tell that there is a preface on the English Standard Version in every spiral Bible. So if you were going to sell these individually, this would be available in actually every spiral Bible as if it was sold separately. So you could tell that they were doing this as a set or individually before. So is a lot of money to invest in a Bible, but with how much I'm going to be going into it over the next 3.5 to 5 years, more likely 5, this is going to be a good Bible to just mark up, take notes, and go deep dive. So I hope this helps. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for your patience with my shaky camera. This is not my husband's type of review, and I don't know if he's going to be able to get a copy of this or get his hands on these before I start using them. But thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking with you soon about future Bibles, as well as a review into the Bibles that my husband has reviewed that I use on a daily basis. Okay? Have a great night.